Hello and welcome to Stack Moxie. Today I'm going to show you how we, Stack Moxie, use our own product. In this case, we want to check our webinars before they deploy to make sure they're set up correctly and meet campaign requirements. To make this a rinse and repeatable process, we're also going to be creating this test as a template and uploading that template into a spreadsheet trigger. So to get started, we're going to want to click on Create Scenario here at the top. And in this case, our system is going to start in a browser. And you're going to want to use the navigate and fill out a form. And this is where you can switch on create as a template. And we're going to leave this step only unlocked so that different URLs can be used. And we're going to be checking the same requirements across all those URLs. So the next thing I want to do is make sure that my lead has an acquisition program set on the record. So I'm going to switch into Marketo, and I'm going to check a field on our Marketo lead. We're going to be using the any email token. We're going to set this in our default partition. And we're looking for that acquisition program to be set on the record. And I am going to add just a small wait time to allow the data to sync. So we're going to do a 3-minute retry. The next thing I want to do is make sure there's a change in status progression and that the lead has a new status of registered. So to do that, I'm going to go back to my steps and I'm going to check a Marketo leads activity. So again, we're going to stick with that any email token in our default partition, and we're looking for a change in status progression. And we're going to say it should be included in the last 30 minutes. And we're going to want to make sure that new status is registered. So we're going to go to new status and we're going to just type in registered. The next thing I want to check is that the lead is added to a Salesforce campaign. So I'm going to stay in Marketo and I'm going to use the check field on our Marketo leads activity again. And I can just click this right here. And we are looking for an add to Salesforce campaign. And we're going to set this to be included in the last 30 minutes. And we are going to want to add wait steps to these as well. So for both of these, a 10-minute retry should suffice. And then the last thing I'm going to want to do is check that the link in the email is not broken and that only one email is received. So now I'm going to change to an email inbox and I'm going to check email links. And it's going to be the first email received. And this is going to check that there are no broken links in the email. And then I'm going to check the number of emails received to make sure that they only receive one email. So now I'm going to want to lock all these fields because they're going to stay the same across each URL that we check. I'm going to want to make sure all of these are locked and grayed out. And again, we're keeping this first step open so that we can switch between URLs in the spreadsheet trigger and make sure all these checkpoints are being filled. So you're going to want to click on Save Template. So now as a client, this is where I would contact my customer success manager to help create that spreadsheet trigger based on my testing template for me. So here is the spreadsheet trigger that I created by adding the script of that template to the trigger. And now all I have to do is simply name the test, drop in the webinar URL, and check run. So here are my URLs that I want to check. I have 3 here. Here's one. Here's the next one. And then here is the third one. I do have to name my tests. and then our UTM webinar. And I am expecting, I think, 2 of these not to pass so that I can show you guys what it looks like when there is a fail. But this UTM webinar one should pass. So now all we do is click run. So now that I've checked run, StackMoxie is going to automatically navigate to the page, fill out the forms, and then check that the lead is being processed as expected. So then all you have to do is check the check outcome box right here, and it'll give you the outcome for each of the scenarios if they passed or failed along with the first failed step. So you can see that these first two are going to fail and give you the first failed step. And this other one is going to pass right here because it was set up correctly. And then you're able to click in to the run log to see exactly where that scenario went wrong. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.